Hello, everyone. It's me, Jenna Ryan, and today I have a message for you. This is Self Love You, and we talk about self love not in terms of vanity or narcissism, but in terms of loving ourselves and setting boundaries and coming out of codependency and not being a doormat and recovering from narcissism abuse and just learning how to be a whole person who actually respects ourselves. And that's what we talk about on this channel. So if that sounds good to you, please subscribe, like, and share. Okay, so today I would like to talk to you about sticks and stones may break your bones, and words can certainly hurt you. Words can hurt. It is possible for words to hurt you. There is a tale that was like, a saying, sticks and stones will break your bones, but words cannot hurt you. That is untrue. That is absolutely untrue. We are human beings, and human beings are hardwired to connect. And we connect with one another, and we experience emotional discord when we are not accepted, when we are rejected, when we are put down, whenever we're called names, whenever we're treated poorly. There's an automatic sense of feeling rejected, ostracized, abused when we are abused and harmed with words. If someone is calling you names or saying things about you regularly, over and over and over again, it will begin to harm your spirit. It will begin to take you down and tear you down and put you down. So I want everyone to understand the importance of getting out of situations where you are being called names or being abused. If you're being put down, even if it's being put down in words or, with actions, with vocal inflection, or with, people looking down with their facial expressions. Those kinds of things are messages that are going straight and directly to your spirit. And it's very important, as the keeper of your own self, that you keep yourself as far away as possible from abusive behavior of others. And what we're talking about today is the words that people say. Because the words that people say can and will hurt you if you allow them to continue and continue and continue. So what you have to do if you are in a situation, and I know that people listening to my voice, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You can talk about it in the comments below and share with me, because I know what it feels like to just be berated. And people, especially like if you're looking at online or via text, people really think that they have the right to just say whatever comes to their mind. Just whatever comes to their mind, they automatically just say it without really thinking. Whereas if you were in that person's face, you would not even dream of saying such things to them. But online, you can say whatever you want. You can insult people. Or if a person is a public figure, that public figure, you may feel like you have every right to just rip them to shreds because they have more than you and they have privilege that, and they deserve to be put down a notch or two, and you can take away your anxiety on them, or the people that do that can. Well, I'm here to say that does hurt. It hurts everyone. It hurts yourself if you're doing it, and it hurts you if you're sitting in it. A lot of people that listen to me are in abusive relationships, and this can be all sorts of relationships. You guys know I talk about relationships. If you're in a relationship where someone is putting you down, you have got to remove yourself from that scenario. And removing yourself is a part of protecting yourself and a part of taking care of yourself. It's an action of self-care. It's taking action for the benefit of yourself. You do not have to sit in any type of denigration, of any type of abuse. People that call you names or say things about you, treat you like as you're less than, treat you as if you don't know what you're doing, as if you are stupid, as if you're dumb, as if you are something that you're not. And they're trying to gaslight you and get you to believe that you are something that you're not, or they're trying to smear you to your face, or they're trying to put you down, one up you, play the pinochle game and put a thumb up over you, playing pinochle, and they're trying to put you in position and manipulate you into believing something about yourself so that you will come up under their control and you will need them more. You've really got to protect yourself by getting out of the situation. So let's start with just being on the phone. If you're on the phone and someone is insinuating that you are incapable or incompetent in any way, shape, or form, that is somebody you need to immediately remove yourself from speaking to. And you can do that by setting a boundary. You can set a boundary that says, hey, I don't agree with that, and I don't want you to talk to me like that, and if you don't, I'm going to get off the phone. And then pretty much get off the phone so you can cool down, because you should start to feel in your heart, in your system, you should start to feel something when you're being insulted. And we really need to learn to tap in to that feeling of being insulted so that we can start to take action. Whenever I was going through my healing process, I found that I didn't even notice, or I might notice if someone were putting me down, but I would just hold resentment. And I would hold resentment because that resentment was a place where boundaries should have been. And a lot of times we allow people to talk negatively to us or talk down to us for some sort of excuse. You may say, well, I'm getting, this person is a doctor, so I'm getting medical care. So I guess it's okay if they're talking down to me and ignoring me and not respecting me. Okay? It could be anyone, y'all. You can't give an excuse. Anytime you are treated disrespectfully and you feel it in your heart, to sit there and take it and deal with it simply because they're doing something for you, or they're a medical professional, or they're, an attorney, or they're your boss, whomever, your parent, your lover, your husband, your wife, your pastor, whomever is talking negatively to you, you have the right to stop it and put a stop to it. And a lot of times there's this thought that if I don't allow this to happen, then I'm not going to get, let's just use medical, I'm not going to get medical care. Or if I don't allow this to happen, I'm not going to be able to have a good marriage. Or if I don't allow this to happen, I may be alone and on the streets. If I don't allow this to happen, I might not have a friend anymore and I may be lonely. But what I have found in my life is whenever you begin to shut the voices down that are speaking negatively to you, that are talking negatively about you, when you shut those down, you end up finding this beautiful place of silence. It's this beautiful place. And then whenever you start getting used to that place and you get used to people that treat you with kindness and respect is a big deal. You need to be respected. And when you're treated like that, then you start to get used to that place rather than being used to being put down. So whenever I'm talking about words that hurt you, anybody that talks badly about your hair, about your face, about your age, about your clothing, about your home, about your room, about your choices, your preferences, about how you drive, you will find people in your life, if you start to pay attention to this, there are people that are set up in your life to put you down if you do not actively defend against this. Now, people that are raised in a healthy way are going to automatically defend against this, but people that were not raised in a healthy way, where their true self was not respected, will not have the natural defense to this. They won't even know why they're hurting until maybe an hour later, and then they'll get resentful, and then they'll begin to pout. But pouting is not a boundary. A boundary is setting a line in the sand and saying, no, this is not okay. You can do it in a kind way, an assertive way. This is not okay, and I'm not going to listen to this. Another thing, it's important because, in my position, I have a lot of people that are coming after me and saying negative things about me and making accusations and literally smearing me in different areas. And so other people think that because that person did that and smeared me, then they have the right to do the same thing. And so online I get I have in the past gotten a lot of hate, like a lot of trolls that literally sit there, and I think that's their favorite thing to do, is just sit there and say bad things about me over and over, the same thing, and repeat the same thing in effort to do whatever they need to do to fulfill their agenda, to I think they're trying to tell the world that I'm not worth something, and they think that their words are really going to work, and that's really going to be social proof that I'm whatever it is that they want me to be. So one of the things you have to do if people are talking poorly to you, negatively to you, rather than just getting mad and resentful, is blocking, turning off comments if necessary for a while until those. I've noticed that whenever you have trolls coming after you online, just as being a social media person, whenever you have trolls coming after you, they go away. Eventually they go away. It might take a while depending on how bad the snake pit you got into is, but eventually they will subside and you can allow comments again. You can allow people to speak to you again. But don't go away and hide. Maintain your stance, maintain who you are, but begin to block, to remove. No one has the right to say negative things about you. If it comes on so strong like some of mine have, then you can't even stop it. You just have to turn off all comments, because who has time to go through negative things people are saying about you? Even going through negative things that people are saying about you and deleting can be very damaging to your spirit, because what happens is those words, those negative words get into your skin, get into your heart, and begin to cause you to ruminate, and you don't even realize it. And you're like, that person may not even be, they may not even matter, but they're still saying horrible things to you, and it gets under your skin and it makes you think about it later. And we don't want to be like that. You want to use your time and your energy to focus on your life pursuits, to focus on bettering yourself, or to focus on building healthy relationships, or being a great friend, or working hard and doing things to better your life. The last thing you need is junk going on in your mind about what someone said about you who doesn't even know you, or who may have an agenda to tear you down, or may be mad because you're not doing what they want you to do, whatever the case may be. So you have to be very conscientious of what you're allowing in your system, because you're going to be thinking about it later. So words can hurt you. They can hurt you in direct attacks. You can think of it if someone is calling you names. Like I had an ex one time who was just sending me negative comments constantly. And I just thought, well, I'll just block this. And then every once in a while I would read it. And I was like, wow, this is really got to stop. You have got to make sure that anybody that repeatedly is using you as a punching bag, an emotional punching bag, that you don't feel obligated to sit there and take their bull crap. You're not required, obligated. Nobody has the right to harm you and call you names or make fun of any aspect of your being. If someone is doing that, that shows a lot about them. We know this very well, not about you. And if you don't feel good about yourself, then you may take that and it may cause you to crumble, or it may cause you to collapse, instead of to stand up, back straight, head up, and say, you know what, I'm not going to tolerate this. I'm blocking it. I'm walking away. I'm distancing myself. Because as long as you allow it, it's going to continue. You have to take actions, to take steps to stop people from harming you, to stop people from calling you names and abusing you and using you as a punching bag. It's not okay. So if you're in a family situation and you have your mother is constantly, I had a client once who was constantly, her mom was constantly, belittling her and saying things. She may think that it's my mom, I've got to allow this to happen. Well, that's untrue. You can set up barriers, even if you have to live in the house. You can set up barriers. You can walk out of the room. You can go outside. You can do whatever you have to do to protect yourself, to not hear in your ear the negative dialogue that they are spewing and projecting on you. So you have to hang up the phone, walk away from the relationship, set boundaries, and begin to love yourself and remind yourself of who you really are. And you can do this by using positive affirmations. I do not believe that positive affirmations can totally change a person. I think that that is absolutely absurd. You cannot take yourself from, self-loathing to self-love by positive affirmations alone. However, you can use positive affirmations in little aspects as a little tool to remind yourself who you are. And you can use those positive affirmations if you're assaulted verbally assaulted. If someone is verbally attacking you, calling you names, acting horribly towards you, you can say, you know, this person is projecting their stuff on me, and I am not going to take on their negative emotions, and I'm going to protect myself. I'm going to walk away. I'm going to hang up the phone. I'm going to block. I'm going to do whatever I have to do to take care of me, because I matter. I'm worthy. I'm valuable, and I deserve to be treated with respect. So if you have a parent that's doing that to you, if you have a spouse, if you have a relationship in which someone is putting you down, or, you know, I have so much to say on this topic. I think I'll do another video. I hope you guys like this one. And that's all I have to say about sticks and stones may break your bones, and words can also hurt you. Protect yourself immediately. Walk away from negative treatment. And if you're living at home, make plans to move out. Get a job, take really good care of yourself so that you can be free from being someone's punching bag verbally. Okay? Until next time, I'm Jenna Ryan, and I will talk to you soon.